Welcome. Hello, everyone. Wombat, is that steak ready? Tuesday, August 1st. It's August already. See how Geralt's doing. I decided not to jump back into the very last bit of Tomb Raider DLC. Lara's nightmare looks like a horde mode, zombies in the manor kind of thing. And as fun as that sounds, it's too small a bite, I think, to start the stream with. Say, we're playing Tomb Raider today, and then half an hour of horde mode later, we're done. Nah, just didn't quite feel right. So welcome back to The Witcher. We're going to be hanging out with Geralt today. We're going to be hanging out with Geralt on Thursday. And we're going to be starting Mass Effect 3 on Friday. Beginning with the Arrival DLC from the end of our Mass Effect 2 playthrough. So, we wrapped here a few weeks ago. Finally finished Master Armorer's quest. Finally can chat with our friend Joanna here again.
Geralt, good of you to come by.
Geralt!
What can I do for you?
Geralt! Oh, I'm happy already. It's probably too soon. You know, it's been 2 weeks. It hasn't yet been 2 days.
My armor coming along all right?
Almost there, but I need a little more time. I'd rather not deliver something unfinished, or worse yet, botched.
Right, got it. See you.
Poor Joanna's doing all this work, making Geralt armor he will never wear. Close we are to 18. Let's roll the clock a few days, pick up our armor from Joanna. So we finished the Master Armorer's side quest, which we started last fall. We started fighting that Archgriffin last fall, and finished fighting that Archgriffin a couple weeks ago. We started fighting that Griffin at level 8, and completed it at 17. The Griffin's 24. Probably done. Let's check. Yep.
Geralt, good of you to come by. What can I do for you?
So, was the steak good?
My armor coming
My
along
burger
all right?
was pretty damn good.
It's ready. I've reinforced the joints and bathed it in acid, as my clan's tradition demands.
Kimberly!
Thanks.
Hey!
How much do I owe you?
Oh, please.
Oh,
I'd not be here
please.
if it weren't for you. It's a gift, in thanks for what you did. Take it, and may it serve you well.
Thanks.
Thanks.
And you take care.
Kimberly says, popping in to say hi while getting back to work. I know shirtless Geralt is always a good time. You're gonna miss out. Maybe when you're done with work, you'll come hang out for a little bit. Have a good lurk, and don't work too hard, Kimberly. Hey, Prestige. Chat box, please. Welcome, 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 everyone. All right, you give us here, which is the one she made. Is it that? That doesn't sound like what she made. What did she just make? Right then. Hey, Brad, what's going on? Or is that what she made? Doesn't seem right. Popped in to say hi. Prestige might come back in a bit. I hope you do. We're not sitting on too much junk. That's nice. We could clean up a little bit of what we're carrying, but we're not overloaded. Anyone know? Witch Hunter's armor. Is that really the armor she made? Witch Hunter's armor? Doesn't sound right either. It said new item Witch Hunter's armor. Maybe I just don't remember what she gave. So what are we gonna do today? I was thinking about how cool it was just a few minutes before the stream that The Witcher, perhaps more than any other game, just seems never ending. There are lots of large role-playing games with an abundance of quests and places to go. Something about The Witcher, it just always feels like there's plenty to do, not just a few things. There's no way to have a nice trim quest journal in The Witcher. That just doesn't pan out. Can't even try. So what do we want to do today? We're not going to start any DLC, I don't think. Hearts of Stone, Blood and Wine. I say that, but, you know, why should anything be off the table? If we really wanted to, we could go see Olgierd von Everick. We're a little low, though. 32? No, we shouldn't do that now. That would get really hairy. Be fun at times. At least get into the 20s, maybe mid-20s before we go after Hearts of Stone. There's our main quest. Missing persons. Meet Yennefer on Hindersfjall. Another bit of it. The play's the thing. We've been sitting on that one for a while. I think we're actually going to get caught up in the play sequence at that point. Gathering the mummers. I get this weird feeling when I think about that. Is that the one that takes forever and is kind of tedious? It has some cool bits, though. Not even sure that's the right one. The Runewright from that expansion. High stakes, Gwent. We might already qualify for that. The Tower Out of Nowheres. That might be fun. We stumbled into the village and the quest popped up. We didn't look at it. You guys remember the Tower Out of Nowheres? Wind whipped and rain battered, Geralt stumbled into a small village on the coast of Anskellig. Foul weather, he learned, had cursed this spot ever since a mysterious tower appeared one morning out of thin air, as if placed by an invisible giant's hand. Intrigued, Geralt decided to investigate. What's up, Boss Wick? Howdy. OHN boss to you, boss. What's the haps? He's confused between Witcher and Witch Hunter. I don't know Joanna to get confused like that. Wombat, you avoided the play this time around because it does drag on and seems pointless to everything else. Yeah, nothing else depends on it. So there's that. I don't know about pointless, but nothing depends on it, right? I know the one you're talking about already. Man, this is one of the greatest scares of my life. Yeah. Jump scare was priceless. It's probably the most watched clip. I think a few of you clipped it. It was the version that Lamia clipped that has been watched like 350 times. I gotta admit, I watched it too. I don't watch a lot of my own videos and clips, but that one, I got a good laugh out of that too. We could go pick up, how about some gear? Let's see if we can't get some Witcher pants instead of these chaps, assless chaps, and maybe a new sword or two. So where's our treasure hunts? Contract. See what I mean? There's so much to do. I would be happy doing contracts. I'd be happy doing treasure hunts. I'd be happy just wandering the land. I'd be happy doing secondary quests. They could be at our level. They could be above our level. They could be beneath our level. I'd enjoy all of that. And we've got the main quest, and we've got the game expansions. This may go down as... this may hold up over time. This is my favorite, most satisfying game. There's just no end. And when you do reach the end, if you really do reach the end, you start over. It's so far from where you end up with so much in between. I don't know if any other game has this much to offer. Trousers, gauntlets. Cat.
Message for you, Commander. Just came in over a secure channel.
Ah, Boss Wick. Excellent, man. Thank you. Thank you. Going out of your way to sub. Thank you for your sub. Thank you for supporting the stream like that. Excellent, man. J-love to you, and thank you. We get some J-Love in chat for Boss Wick. Just subbed. Thank you, boss. I'm ready, boss. So which one should we go after? We go after the ones that are more at our level. We get the schematics that we can actually use now. It doesn't do us a whole lot of good to get schematics for level 29 gear, approximately. I got sidetracked again. I was working on a sub emote a week ago, and it didn't go very far, and I didn't like what I was coming up with. So we don't have one yet. We don't have our own yet, but we're gonna get one. We'll have a BTTV sub emote as soon as I come up with something I like. How about that? 18 Griffin School gear. Trousers, boots. Let's see if we can't find all of that stuff. In fact, we'll need to do the first one anyways, or we're not going to have the gear to upgrade. But if we go to Griffin School gear, get level 1, and then Griffin School gear is in different parts. There's silver gauntlets, armor, and there's boots, steel, trousers, and all that after we get the initial ones. Contracts and scavenger hunts sound fun, and we'll stop on the way to fight whatever we run into. Of course, we're on Death March as always. We're going to be playing this friendly HUD mod so we can be no HUD, still get some compass indicators when needed. Enemy upscaling is on, so we're level 17. Nothing we run into will be beneath our level. It will be 17 or above. Oh yeah! Boss Wick, now I can share your remote across Twitch. Praise the mug! Cheers! World map. Over near Reardon Manor. A couple places we haven't been. Let's jump to Down Warren and we'll head northwest from there. Game actually has a little bit of chop right now. I don't know why. Hey, who farted? Was it you? I heard you laugh. Don't pretend you didn't.
Tails between the shit out of the stable. Heads to go grab some tea.
Yeah. Better to burn the Baron's stable.
The war I drink. Or you can patch up your Mars blood on your ass.
Got their asses whipped like a Novigrad whore. You surprised? They tried to dance with a Witcher. Where'd he come from anyway?
Nobody can outdance the Witcher.
I'm so curious. Ask him yourself.
Go ahead, ask. Ask. Do you want to dance? Want to dance?
Fuck off or I'll smash ya.
Oh no, I did piss him off. The stuff the crows perch guards, that is not good. Are they like other guards? Am I gonna be allowed back into Crow's Perch ever? It's like one of my favorite places. Oh shit, are they gonna rob me? That's bad, we had money. I don't even want to know how much money we had and we don't have anymore. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Knocked out cold. I can tell you how much money we have now, though. None! I... Should have killed him. That's all the money we've made over the past... all the streams we've had this year of The Witcher. I don't think I've been robbed This playthrough started in the fall. I don't think I've been robbed this year. Gone. Hey, Goodwin. Welcome. I think I needed Geralt today, too. So we're going northwest. Couple markers, the 201 and the 247. That compass at the bottom shows up from the mod. Friendly HUD mod. Alright, there's something in there. We're not going to get very far. The HUD, you'll see me turn the HUD on by accident. It's on the left analog stick, it's a toggle. And I get pretty heavy on the sticks. So I'll turn it on when I'm running around in combat. Sometimes I'll forget to turn it back off. Please, please poke me. Let me know when I've done that. So, Goodwin, you needed some Geralt today? Life got you down, or tough week already? Furrier, looking for work. Furrier and leatherworker, 20 years at the table, willing to take on jobs large and small, fixing and creating apparel, fine and rugged, reliable and timely. We'll pick up the raw stuffs and deliver the finished wares with a smile. For modest pay, gladly in grain or greens, I'll carry brush and branches from the woods to burn for
Message
fuel
for you, Commander.
and
Just
warmth.
came in over secure channel.
Nick! Yes! Nick, thank you. Nick DJ renewing that sub. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. We get some J-Love in chat for Nick. You're out there lurking. Have a good lurk. We get 2 days with Geralt this week. There he is, always lurking. Always lurking. My man. I am kind of glad for this extra day, because it always takes a little while to settle back in, and then you're really getting into it, and you burn out a little, and you got to put it down. But if it's not a week or two until you play again, it doesn't quite scratch that itch. Rid your hut and yard of mice. Free dog. Giving me Roger to any who'll care for him well and promise not to eat him. He's a lovely, well-behaved mutt, harks the hand what feeds him, but I've not left to feed him with. Perfect for guarding a yard and garden or herding sheep at pasture. Awfully glad to sleep in a barn. If you can take him, come see Baxter. Aw. Aw. My hands are still in Tomb Raider mode. My brain and muscles. Old sheepskin, just what I always... Whoa! God, there's a lot of hangings in this land. Walk down this street, there's bodies hanging from poles. See a nice, beautiful, gnarly old tree in the distance, get up close, there's bodies hanging from that tree. Try to loot out an abandoned house, walk through a door, and next thing you know, there's a body hanging in your face. What a world. Wombat, you had to change key bindings for less conflicts. Hey, Simpika. Hi, Jay and everyone. Hello to you. Hope you're well today, Simpika. What's up? Did you come for the carnage? Perhaps the shirtless witcher. Even though I'm using Witcher senses, I keep trying to click the right analog stick to do the same thing because Tomb Raider, that one's gonna be hard to shake. It's gonna take a little while. I am well today too. Simpika, thank you. We finished Tomb Raider a little sooner than expected. We got to play the Croft Manor DLC. And even though we didn't do the Lara's Nightmare zombie portion, which I was thinking about doing today before moving over to The Witcher, overall I'm just real glad we're getting an extra day of Witcher. Gotta start thinking about what comes after Mass Effect 3. I don't want to get... I like having this schedule laid out a little bit. Drink spill. Full on, in the lap, wet shorts, drink spill. Let's let that soak in for a minute. Ah, it's a hot day, but I really wasn't planning on that. Yes. Yes. Wombat, what did I tell you I was doing right before the stream? Man, I managed to chill that beer. Excuse me, I need to go change my shorts. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. God. I don't want to talk about it, okay? We're just starting. Jay, it's not 5 o'clock yet. Is that what you mean to say? Well, you know how the saying goes. Maybe the universe was trying to tell me the same thing, but wow, that was cold. It's cold. Pixar, it never happened. Really? The awkward looks on my face and the fact that I'm now sitting on a dish towel doesn't do it for you, huh? All right. That's the one, Willow. That's the one. How are you doing, Willow? Any further updates? I imagine you might be quite relieved, I hope, to be through your last round. of investigations and doc visits. Well, carry on then. Carry on, Witcher, carry on. Cold ginger ale, ginger beer, yum. It's one of my favorites. The trees in the wind here, they crack and creak so much. Makes for nice atmosphere, but it's more than you would actually hear, don't you think? You get in a bad, heavy, wet snowstorm, or you get an ice storm, branches get real heavy, you start hearing a lot of cracking in the woods. It sounds a little like this, but this is just wind. Get into the tunnel. Cave? Yeah, we probably are. It's probably the cave. Andre Kids, thank you for the follow. Welcome. That's an awful stubborn marker. Alright, we got a warg, whole wolf pack, including a warg. Shit, I haven't even gotten started on one target yet. Let's pick one. We gotta pick one and stick with it. The warg's the only one who actually stands out visually. But if we kind of pull one away from the pack, and if I can keep my eyes on it, we can kill one at a time and take them down a little more easily than if we just swing at whatever's nearby. Alright, I lost which one that was. Has the most hit points. He stands out. Let's work on Ward. I read your Willow for the details. Hey, Yamatatsu. Hey, Geralt. Geralt. So the cave entrance has got to be nearby, but marking it doesn't seem to have done any good. We're standing over it. We're basically standing over it. Jay, the shirtless, the mighty, the witcher. Jay of the soggy bottom. You said it. Southwest. Why it's not really showing on the compass. It is. Alright, it's got all turned around. I'm not that crazy though. Look, the marker does. Thanks, Carol. The marker does disappear, but I think we're looking for a cave. It'll be marked with a Witcher symbol near the entrance. Could be up, but I think it's gonna be down. Why am I struggling so hard to find the cave entrance? Let's try approaching it from over here. Looks like the trail might approach. Maybe there's an entrance that's not where the marker is. Are you playing it stock, Wombat? After playing Witcher, you were surprised how really pretty Oblivion still is. I really don't like disappearing markers. There's gonna be our cave entrance. And it's defended. Arakas, and a warrior, at least one warrior. Did not even mod it, and it felt really pretty even after The Witcher.
Come on.
Oh, damn. Yeah! Endregas, not Arakas. Those are the, like, okay, Endregas. And Endrega warriors. Iraq, Boluk Bas, I said that wrong. Carlos, Andy Balls, Beast Boy Jr., Frostman, thank you for the follows. Welcome. Good wake-up battle, yeah, it was. Those are one of the remaining enemy types that I am intimidated by still. It may not have looked like it there. I'm finally getting a bit more comfortable around them. But it's taken years. It's taken years. They scare the hell out of me. Their movements have eluded my natural evasion skills so many times. I just sort of decided, I can't fight these things, can I? Did a very small death crawl. We've seen these Endregas do really, like, die and then move 50 yards, which is creepy. Where's their nest? Let's toggle the UI on for a second so we can find their nest. Where's the nest? Game said there was a nest. I don't see it. If you can beat Dancer, you can beat Endregas. Be that as it may. Monster nest. It clearly called out a monster nest when we got here. Oh well, just means more to fight later. Find the cave. We're looking for gear. Whew. Okay. We even got a travel post outside, and there's our Witcher symbol. Girl, you get your torch at the ready?
Might want to look around some.
What now, you piece of filth?
Gwindor. OP. Serokal. Don't think I got that one right either. Welcome aboard. Thank you for the follows. Anybody want to make bets on how long until I tip this second attempt at having a cold beer in my lap? It's amazing it didn't go on any equipment. I dumped it straight on my lap. I basically hooked it and pulled it in as it was sitting here. A little bit on the chair, a lot on the floor, bulk of it square in the lap. 3 more bets for me. Well, I like these dry shorts a lot better than the beer-soaked ones. But I won't lie, it's a hot day. And I was outside right before the stream. For a brief moment, it was a nice cool down. Holding a torch. Ah! Put the torch away, Geralt. Put the torch away, Geralt. As in, now. No! Geralt, no! Rip, Geralt. Yeah, the burn tastes like burning. Set him up for that death. He's got the he's got the skill that gives you 20 minutes of food instead of 5 seconds or 10 seconds. Geralt, no. So unless I pop a swallow, he heals all the time, pretty much, but very slowly. Very slowly. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to loot mushrooms. Oh. Alright, Geralt, you're gonna have to put that torch away this time. We're not walking in there with the torch, Geralt. Different hallway. Willow, it's not a glitch as I understand it. It's their new user onboarding, making stream recommendations, and giving people a very prominent follow button without any expectation that someone will be in that stream. So people are following a whole bunch of streams and then who knows what they're going to watch. It makes it hard to know from this end if the follows are someone who's watching or part of that process. But it's not really a glitch if it's that. Sort of worked. Better get these killed and want to get back out of this little poison cloud till we've cleared out the wraiths. Alright, we'll use some swallow there. I don't want to die. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Getting ragdolled by wraiths. So they just dump you into a vertical queue? Maybe? I haven't gone to look at it from the other end. Willow, I've seen a couple stills of some of the buttons, but I really don't have a sense of how it presents things to the user. But on that note, Gunby, Ozenyasa, thank you for the follows. Welcome aboard. I could juggle Quen, and we'd probably have a slightly better time of this in here. But maybe we'd keep things simple and mow them all down really quick. Yeah, it didn't happen. When a wraith pops in after despawning, shows up, they'll usually attack twice. And they're kind of slow attacks, so it's pretty easy to get trolled and then get hit after they despawn and respawn. But it's about the same every time. It really is 2 hits. This one doesn't want to come over and play. 1, 2. One, two. And when you have multiple wraiths despawning and respawning right next to Geralt, pretty easy to get hit by one while dodging another. You know what? Save, Geralt. Why don't you just save while you're in here? Remember what we're in here for? We're in here for some Witcher diagrams. I haven't even been looking around. Just been fighting wraiths. For where we find the actual diagrams. It might be a chest as obvious as the ones in this room. Or might not, so we should be looking around as we go. I didn't make this turn before. It's different. Let's keep going. We'll have to explore all the other rooms too, but too many wraiths. Wraiths with wings. Diagram Mountain Folk boots. Enhanced relic oil. No Witcher diagrams yet. Guardsman's boots, superior grape shot. Some of these treasure hunts give really good loot. You are correct. Stagger that. Bro, this is where we keep having a standoff here or in the next archway. Hey, Jamie. Any advice trying to get to PC gaming after being a console guy for forever? Well, let's see. I bet we can break that down a little bit. How are you? First of all, welcome, Jamie. Not all broken rakes and rusty swords and empty vials. No, there's bottles of liquor, too. I've gone back and forth a lot over the years, Jamie, so I don't know what you have most in mind. Controls, performance, what's your motivation for switching now? It's intimidating. A lot of numbers get thrown around, but unless you enjoy geeking out on all the numbers, you don't have to put as much into that aspect of it if you don't want to, as people do because they enjoy it. You could set a budget, get some advice about if you were going to build a machine as opposed to buying one and adding a few things. Yeah, and you can be both. Be both. Oh, Carol, you are so lucky. Did he avoid taking damage because of some weird glitch where he was looting at the moment the explosion fired? Shouldn't he have been knocked back by that? Put your torch away, Geralt. Save your game, Geralt. Come get some. Over here. Come get some over here. So that second dodge, as the Wraith is warming up that second swing after reappearing, second dodge should not be close because the Wraith does have an arc to that swing. Basic question, why you'd like to get into PC gaming? Well, I can't speak for Jamie, Igsar, but I would presume some of the familiar things, lots of sales, some games that aren't on console, and lots of sales. Maybe performance, maybe wanting higher frame rates on this, that, or the other. Mods, there's another one. I don't know how I left out mods there. Not a lot of console games with anything like decent mod support. Safe. Is it safe, Geralt? Light in here. This little light of mine. Is that a Caracan? Catacan? The type of vampire. If it's a Catacan, right? We have for vampire oil. Do we have vampire oil? Necrophage oil, cursed oil, ogroid oil, relict oil, vampire oil. very basic weak sauce vampire oil.
How you like that silver?
Is this a named one? Uh-oh. Ekimara. Wasn't a Catacan. Ekimara. Quite a few types of vampires in this world. Alrighty, righty, Willow. You're gonna go back to bed and relax. Just wanted to stop by and say hi. I'm glad you did, and thank you for the news. And I will pass that on as we discussed. So, rest, remember, is for the tummy, not the crotch. Thank you. Thank you. So it's inside, not outside. Inside, not out. I get confused sometimes. Rest well, Willow. Have a great day. We'll see you later. Z Chow, Megan, DJ, Ghost Siren, thank you for the follows and welcome aboard. If any of you are out there, come pop up, say hi, let us know you're actually there. Luke, hey everyone. Hey Luke, thank you for the host. Welcome viewers, getting here with Luke. If you're new here, I'm Jay. We're playing some Witcher today. And everybody, if you haven't checked out Luke here on Twitch, part of our Entropic family, check out Luke, W90. The link is there in chat. Please consider dropping a follow over there. Show him some J-Love as well. How was the stream today? Slaughter of Sintra. Short. The cavalcade of riders bounded across the blood-soaked courtyard. They looked at no one and asked no questions. They knew exactly where they were going and why. To kill the old queen and capture the Cintran princess. As to what would become of her after that, no one would say. Calanth and a group of her most loyal subjects had barricaded themselves inside the castle. They were protected by stone walls and a gate sealed by a spell, but they all realized neither would last long against a concentrated assault by the Nilfgaardian army and the mages supporting it. After 4 days, enemy soldiers forced their way inside. Take your torch back out, Geralt. Beautiful. We still haven't found the diagram we came here for, so we may have to double back through the poison clouds. Luke, you were streaming Portal 2, learning some speedrun stuff. Oh, that'll be fun. You can get it nailed down. Chronic! Every day! Chronic, what's up? Shirtless Geralt. Yes! Howdy, hey, Chronic. Hi! How are you? We just killed an Ekimara, and we're looking for Witcher gear. There we go. Beautiful. This is the starter Griffin gear, and then the enhanced splits into 2 different locations for the 6 pieces. Witcher George's journal. Hey, Rex. Hello, brother. Howdy, howdy, Rex. Also, backing up, Jamie. You've been procrastinating looking for a cheap starter PC. Get the feel of PC gaming. First one, if you're not trying to take it to the limit, I don't know what your budget is, but you should be able to do that for 1,000 or less. Put in something like a 1060 for a video card, and anyways, we could talk some details, but if you set a budget and you get some advice about a few pieces, go this way or that, but you could end up with something pretty good for not too much. I'm sure we could help you figure that out. Why today, I should say. Chronic, you're all right, aside from the fact that you're pretty sure nature has a vendetta against me. As long as it lays off on Thursday, right?
There's something here. Need to use the eye.
Yes. Just realized Geralt is standing on an animal carcass. Still beautiful. What are those? Geralt got himself some new pants. So we craft something. What did we just put on? Lyrian hardened leather trousers. Those even sound proper. Look at those plates he's got over his knees. All we need to make sure is that it's not another pair of assless chaps when we look in the back. Golden. We're gonna have to make a vendor run at some point. Sell some of this stuff. Chronic. Here's the thing. You had to drive somewhere early this morning. It was pissing rain the whole way. By the time you get there, it clears up. You got done and hopped back in your car and immediately started raining again. Whole drive home. People here in Colorado cannot drive in the rain. They can drive in snow, but for some reason it rains and everybody goes crazy. They lose their minds. They regress to... Well, they can't drive. The assless chaps look silly, but you can't give up their bonuses. They did have some bonuses. Now when you stare at Geralt's ass, he's got one blue and one green cheek. Gotta be worth something. Okay. Books. See the Witcher George's journal. Having heard rumors of a dragon, I raced at full speed to Velen. Sadly, I was dragged away from my hunt by the prefects of Gor's Velen. They summoned me as an expert to solve the riddle of a string of shipwrecks suspected to be the work of night wraiths. Seems a dragon ravaging the countryside is a lower priority than blocked trade routes. Luckily, I was able to solve the riddle of the lone lighthouse quickly and raced off after the dragon. I learned that the peasants from the ravaged villages had taken shelter in the elven catacombs under Lake Windermere wise. Yet they were not wise enough to bring firewood, and so warmed themselves by burning elven manuscripts. It aches my heart to think what knowledge about the Alder folk went up in those flames. At least a few of the manuscripts survived, including some highly interesting sketches of armor. Yet enough about that. Eyewitnesses have reported ashen scales, height at haunches, 2 fathoms length, 5 fathoms, addendum, estimated weight approximately 14 quintals, able to maintain a high temperature in its bellows, dragon lungs, for longer than a quarter hour. Conclusion, we are dealing with a green dragon. Commencing hunt. Actually, Chronic, I do. I've been on I-95 many times. And, in some storms, too. Although I don't have a specific memory of one. I've driven through some hairy stuff. Probably more on I-70 than I-95, but... Gigsy, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Luke, friend mentioned Witcher 3 a few times to you and enjoyed it. Mostly, they said, but don't think it's your kind of game. Would you recommend it? Well, I can't speak to that last bit. I don't know if it's your kind of game. But I would recommend it. It is... It's stunning and expansive and immersive, and at times might seem aimless because there's just so much. But easy to learn, but hard to master, perhaps. Has a lot of different difficulty settings, so if you find it uncomfortable in combat, you can crank it down, and if it's boring, you can crank it up, and that will force you to stay on your toes, literally. It is one of, if not my favorite game of all time. I don't want to put one game above all these other wonderful experiences I've had. My top 10 list is probably 50 games. I could just squeeze them all into my top 10, but this is one of the best overall experiences I've ever had, and one of the best gaming worlds I've ever had the pleasure of playing around in. So where are we off to? Hey there, Ben Click. Still on your first playthrough. Taking your sweet time with it. Hope it never ends. This is precisely. I could go back and erase this game from my memory so that I could start over and experience it for the first time again. I would choose to do that in a heartbeat. Why do we have 2 more pieces of the first tier gear still? Why did that relocate? North of Hanged Man's Tree. Okay. Well, let's... Maybe this was the monster's nest that I didn't actually find the nest. We fought some Andragas. But then let's hop up to Hangman's Tree and go north. Did I hear dragon's wings? Oh, I heard wings. Down in the valley. Down in the valley. Coconut oil. Geralt, you gonna die getting down there? Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Put your torch away now, Geralt. Whoa! Body blocked me. Wyvern. Geralt is so terrain challenged at times. What exactly do I have marked? Mark the question mark, right? Which is still showing as an unknown. But it's so close. Right over the hill. We're on top of it. It's not what I was thinking. It's nothing to do. It's the place of power. It's nothing to do with the Andragas. Nice rock surfing, Geralt. No, Geralt, no! I need you up. Up, big man, up. No! Bad souls for the terrain, that must be it. It's my excuse,
Power.
and I'm sticking with it. Yeah, pen click, I'm kind of jealous. On your first playthrough. Back to the post at the grotto. Hangman's Tree and North. Two different locations though. Also Lornrook. Cave at Lornrook. Time flies by in this game. Geralt! He heard me say fly. He was getting ideas. This is bad. There you go. That's your thing, Geralt. You just surf on down the side. Sounds like the Indragers are back. I never did find their nest. Game said monster's nest. I don't think there was. Again. Shouldn't be any monster's nests that don't appear on the map. This would be crazy. This little area has been a royal pain for figuring out where things are. Finding this entrance here. What did I tell you about the death crawl? Did I tell you those things will die and then go running away? He also opened his mouth real wide for us. Anyone know anything about Indraga dentistry? I swear, I'm doing 360s and my marker disappears from the compass. Now, it's up here, it's close by, it's this post up here, but why the... I guess I must have gotten close enough that time that it disappeared, but this whole area has been really flaky. I've had a lot of trouble getting from A to B with the static marker in place. Would be the case. Hey, what's up? Hot Wheels, glad you're doing well. Welcome. Good job on more of the art, man. Keep it coming. How much time are you putting into each one of those? Because it looks like you're coming up with a new one every day or two. You had the same issue there, Wombat? I am glad. I'm not glad you had the same issue. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Yeah, those red skulls, pen click. Good times. Fighting red skulls. It's Snowy! Yay for the shirtless Witcher! Hey, Snowy. Is this how we get Snowy to come out of hiding? Geralt. Shirtless Geralt can get Snowy out of hiding every time. Every time. Can't blame you. It's, it makes sense. Jade Geralt combined. I am honored to be included. So, Snowy, things going well? How's the week? I got that right, Hot Wheels? That's every day or two? You got to stick with that. That's really good. Can you feel that you're improving? Oh! Yeah, I was being stubborn about not using Quen. I don't know if you were saying to yourself, Quen, Jay, Quen. It's sort of deliberate. I'm not actually forgetting it. I'm being stubborn. Using it right now. I wasn't trying to make it any big thing. Arakesa, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Vancouver Island! Didn't we talk about that? Did I ask you about Vancouver Island? Maybe I just forgot that you already told me that's where you were going. It's a beautiful place. Long time ago, I knew a couple, had some guildmates, a couple who lived on Vancouver Island. Such a beautiful place. We were there last year. I might be inflating a few things, but what a great place for a honeymoon. That's where all the gorgeous pictures came from. That would do it. Same dogs. I'd have to roll back and look at some of the old pics. I might have stashed a few of them off in a folder somewhere too. I'm a hoarder like that. What an awkward position to die in. He's waist deep in water, a wagon resting on his head. them here? Because they disappear and respawn, I can't keep track of which one is which. They all look the same. So until one dies, I won't know which one is taking the most damage. Now we know. You lived there, Wombat? 72 to 74. It must have been so quiet and so nice. 74 to 76. Ah, that's awesome. Oh! A fine hit! A fine hit. Geralt terrain. Geralt, please. Still looking for Witcher diagrams. In fact, when we're done finding the one that's here, I'm gonna take a break, and then we're going looking for more. I want to get some gear upgrades. We can also get some diagrams for use in the near future that we won't be able to even use today. F. Raxo, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. Actually find the symbol, any symbol here. There may have been one outside. You don't need to find the symbol if you find diagrams. Enog Mob Ted Murk. Look at that for a minute. I'd try to read it, but right now I think I would mangle that terribly. Anyone speak Elvish? I hear something with wings. Wings it is. Damn, that's a lot of wings.
Good.
Geralt, it's a little aimless. Stay on target. Stay on target. There is a lock on, which you wouldn't see the reticle even if I were using it, but I'm trying not to use it. Every once in a while, I'll lock onto a target accidentally. You'll notice that the camera will follow them, or you may not notice it, but
Show me what you got.
I get disoriented. I do that by accident. On the other hand, without a lock on, when you have a number of enemies surrounding you, Geralt will sometimes bounce off of different targets. Even if you're trying to attack in one direction. Back against the wall. Hate it when it happens to me. Fear me, mortals! S7, what's up, man? Welcome. Harpy feathers. Here, let me get you some stardust there. Snowy, you have 721 hours. About that. Rightio. What did I say about a break? We didn't find our schematic yet. Let's find that schematic and take our first break. And we're going to look for some more of the Griffin schematics. At least through the second tier of upgrades, because those should be approximately level 18 gear. And we hit level 18. We just hit level 18. Can you sprinkle it around? Not a whole lot you can do with it yet. Snowy, we opened the wormhole back up. There's a mini-game staring contest that's set up, but I need to introduce a lot of random variables to those things so they're a little more fresh. I don't want it to be the same mini-game every single time. It's gonna take a little work, but...
Harpies got their nest here.
Here, let's... Oh, it's that kind of door. It's a door that can be opened. It cannot be arded. Witcher George's confession. I, the undersigned George of Kagan, a witcher by trade, testify as follows. While traveling through Valen, I received a summons to provide professional testimony in the matter of the accursed Bartoslav of Lovefield. This Bartoslav stands accused of causing several shipwrecks near the lighthouse, which it is his duty to keep. Ships led astray by errant signals from his lighthouse have repeatedly smashed against the rocks near the shore, and the lighthouse keeper is held to be responsible for this state of affairs. During the trial, Bartoslav testified that he was diligent in the fulfillment of his duties, and that the accidents were caused by night wraiths deceiving sailors with their false glow. Having investigated the area, I can testify that I found no trace of night wraith activity. There are likewise no signs of noon wraiths, mamunes, air nymphs, or any other specters in the habit of misleading weary travelers journeying by foot, sea, or horse. I did, however, find the catastrophe's true cause. They were not the fault of the night wraiths blamed by the accursed, but neither were they the fault of the lighthouse keeper himself. The accidents were caused by local hooligans who have taken to lighting fires on the hill at night and then robbing the ships that subsequently wreck upon the shore. I was put on their trail by Bartoslav's son, who showed me the ashes from their misleading fires. My testimony shows that the lighthouse keeper, Bartoslav of Lovefield, is not guilty of the crimes which he stands accursed, and should be freed. Accused! Why do I keep saying accursed? Can someone shoot me now? I bet you've been squirming. Do you ever do that with simple words? You just, and then you lock it in. For the purposes of reading through this, it's like 3 times. Accused! Kill me now! I also humbly ask for the bailiff to put the lighthouse keeper and his family under his protection, for in light of the revelations Bartoslav's son led me to discover, there will surely be certain parties with cause for vengeance. I cannot undertake the task of protecting the family myself, for I've accepted a contract to kill a dragon said to be lurking atop the Crookback Hills, and so must return there post-haste to kill the beast and complete my task. Signed, George of Kagan, Witcher, transcribed by Vincenzo Stock, Marshal to the Royal Prefecture in Gors Valen. Griffin Steel. Ballstick's letter. Well, everybody's writing letters today. May the gods smile on you and me, sis. Now I'm asking you to read this careful, for what I got to say is important. Soon as you set hands on this writing, gallop off to that fence Kramer what's based in Maribor. Tell him we've got some first-class gear and Witcher sword diagrams to sell. Aye, I can see you now, scratching your head, or more likely your arse, and asking, did I hear that right? You sure did. 'Twas my luck to come to care for a Witcher what got one foot in the grave and t'other hovering right above. I was sat there looking at the poor man suffer in agony and thought to myself, you don't need this kit and these papers where he's going. While for us, that's the fixins we need to get us started in the world of business. We sell them for the right price, that is. Aye, I hear you fretting, so stop. I didn't take everything. In fact, nobody'll even realize aught of this shite's missing. Sad though, ain't it? Witcher's a good man. First he helped the baronet solve the riddle of that lighthouse, what was sending ships into the rocks, and then he killed that dragon, ate all the peasants. Problem is, a dragon's no easy pickings, and our valiant hero got quite the licking taking it out. He's done for, that's certain, so soon as they bury him in the tomb on Crookback Hills, I'll head straight to your place. Come to think of it, I'm curious how they'll put him in the crypt at all, for word is a vampire's made it his lair. P.S. I also lifted a few flasks off the Witcher, but since they're like not to survive the journey, reckon I'll sample them myself. See how Witcher hooch goes down. Maybe we'll make a business out of that too. Your brother-in-law, A. Ballstick. Don't drink Witcher potions, kids. They're not good for you. You'll end up like Ballstick. Don't end up like Ballstick. Well, cheers to that all, Chronic. May our misreadings in life be of little importance, and may the meaning still come across. Okay, quick check of where we're gonna be headed after the break. Search the ruins of the fortress by the lighthouse. That is a cool spot, you're right, I remember it too. Combined with that story, there's a little hut on the way up the hill, so we go out right on the, it's like a little peninsula. And, good, that's what we're doing after the break. We need to backtrack to the fast travel, and we're taking it past the Harpy feeding ground, out to Lornrook. Already been out there. This may not be the lighthouse that I'm picturing in my head, but still where we're going. Okay, break time. Queue up a few songs. We got here 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. About 8 minutes. Sound good? I'll go feed the dog, stretch my legs. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.